I saw you on the road, wandering on your own, and when I stopped the car I knew you would go far. You didn't seem afraid, but I could feel the pain buried deep so no one can see. I'll take you to a wonderland. No one else will understand. Your dreams will come true there. Just step up, step up, step up. People will love you. Step up, step up, step up. You only need to sing and stand. Put your life in their hands. I put you on the stage. You took their breath away. They treat you like a queen. They watch you on white screens. But there's a price to pay. They never go away. And when you need a friend, you know you'll have to stand. I'll take you to a wonderland. No one else will understand. Your dreams will come true there. Just step up, step up, step up. People will love you. Just step up, step up, step up. You only need to sing and stand. Put your life in their hands. And now you're there. You can't go back. Just let them stay. Anxiety attacks. Your dreams will come true there. Just step up, step up, step up. People will love you. Just step up, step up, step up. You only need to sing and stand. Your dreams will come true there. Just step up, step up, step up. People will love you. Just step up, step up, step up. You only need to sing and stand. Put your life in their hands. I saw you on the road, wandering on your own. Hello, welcome to Guitar Track. I am Richard J. Dowling, and every week I upload an original song. And this week, I'm not sure what it's going to be called, to be honest. It's either going to be called Step Up or Your Life in Their Hands. If you've listened to the song, and I imagine you have, otherwise you wouldn't be here. If you haven't, then please go back, listen to it, because this talk through doesn't really make much sense unless you've listened to the song. But I'm assuming you've listened to the song. I think that's a fair assumption. So I'm not sure. The catchiest part of the chorus is the step up, step up, step up. But the sort of the final point of the chorus is the "Your life in their hands" is like the meaning of the lyric. And to talk about the meaning of the lyric, I'm going to go into the inspiration behind the song. And once again, what I'm doing this week is sort of, in a way, an answer to what I did last week. So last week was a fairly simple song. I think it was like just a sort of 3-chord sort of thing, more or less. And I fancied doing something a bit more ambitious. And, well, I've got lots of things going around in the back of my head about types of songs I'd like to do. And, I mean, because I'm playing with a guitar, and my band is a guitar band, Forest and Duck, you may think that I'm a guitar-oriented person, but most of the music I enjoyed listening to when I was young was more synth-orientated stuff. I grew up in the 80s. Well, yeah, sort of came of age in the 80s, I guess. I was born in 72. So a lot of the guitar music I heard when I was very young was punk music, and it was quite aggressive, and I didn't like that. The attitude, the clothes, the air of sort of grottiness around them, sort of thing. No offense to any punks, just from my 5-year-old sort of perception of things. So where am I? So I had an 80s thing. It would be great to do an 80s style song. And well, really, typically, maybe you don't believe this, but a lot of the 80s synth stuff, to me, melodically sounds like there's a big connection, I think, between 80s pop and 60s pop. And the difference is that the 80s stuff takes advantage of technology in a way that it sounds different. But fundamentally, a lot of the songs could be done in either way. In fact, there was I don't know, remember the group now, was it Bronski Beat or Communards, I think. Don't Leave in This Way was a big hit in the 80s, but it was actually a cover of a 60s song. And Soft Cell, Tainted Love, which I didn't know at the time when I heard it, but it is a cover of a 60s song. So I don't know why I'm telling this, trying to show off my knowledge, I guess. But so I was thinking to try and do an 80s song in an ambitious way, and there's a group that I enjoyed called Visage, which you may or may not have heard of. So I was trying to do something in that style. They did a famous song called Fade to Grey, which I really enjoyed when I was young, and I still enjoy now. It's just a classic. And in fact, that song, Fade to Grey, was the inspiration for Adam Clayton's bass line to New Year's Day. He was trying to learn that song, and he came up with the bass line to New Year's Day as well, trying to learn that. So I was thinking along those lines of Visage, New Year's Day, perhaps those sort of things. So I'm going to get the guitar. And I think originally I had it in a different key. I think it was maybe an A minor to C. So I transposed it down for the voice. So now it's in E minor, G major, B major, A minor, D major, and I mean New Year's Day was A minor, C to E minor, so the first two chords are the same. So and I'd like to do a sort of bass line. Something like that. I don't know, something like that. So that musically was the basic idea that I had. Then I was looking for inspiration for the lyrics, and the previous week I did a song about Rick Beato, and it hasn't really had the response that I wanted from YouTube. I mean, I sent a message to Mr. Beato saying I've written a song about you. He hasn't responded. But then thinking about it, if somebody sent out of the blue sent me a message saying they'd written a song about me, I'd probably think, oh, they're a psycho, and stay well away from them. So I can't blame him really. But I was hoping that on the search engine results it might show up. Hasn't really done so, at least not yet. But I'm still on this thing of trying to experiment with the ways of growing a channel that don't involve subbing to 1 million people and trying to get them to sub back to me, because that's just not something I'm interested in. And so this week I thought, well, I'll have a look what's going on in the music scene in the real world, and came across Billie Eilish, who I'd heard of, but I hadn't really sat down and listened to her music before. She's obviously very famous, so I was listening to a new track called NDA. And the song is great. The video is amazing. It's really, really good. I mean, check it out, please. Whatever your taste in music, it's a fantastic video. I think it's a really awesome song. And it's also quite a worrying song. I mean, when you look at the lyrics, she's very young. I don't know how old she is now. I mean, I don't know, 16 or something. And the lyrics sort of are about her experiences with fame. And the fact that she even had to go to the extent of, I don't know if it was anecdotal or just something made up for the song, but obviously she fell in that situation. But she had to get a boy who had been on a date with her to sign a non-disclosure agreement because she's so worried about, revealing her private life. And of course, I was also reminded of Amy Winehouse and her problems with fame, and a lot of these young, kids become famous and they suffer a lot. I mean, we've seen also recently Britney Spears is just some weird legal situation where, I mean, I won't even say it because I don't know exactly what's going on, but just, you suddenly realise that these people that you see, they're celebrities, famous, and maybe you think, oh, they have it all, but really they're suffering a lot. And of course they can't win, because if they whine about it, people say, oh well, what, you're rich, you're famous, what more do you want? But so I was really taken by the lyrics that she'd done, and so I wanted to do something along those lines about the dangers of fame. So the story is, the lyrics: I saw you on the road, wandering on your own, which is a reference to the video, because in the video she's on her own, wandering in the middle of a road. And when I stopped the car, I knew you would go far. So the idea is that the narrator is one of these sort of Svengali types who sees the potential in young people to be stars. So he takes her under his wing, and the fact is that I think a lot of these people have, human beings in general have problems one way or another. So most of us don't have the pressures put on us to the extent where we crack, maybe in a way that people under celebrity pressures do. I mean, Amy Winehouse, I was reading an interview recently, here in Spain, there was an interview with her boyfriend, I can't remember his name, and he was saying how it was just awful what happened to her. I mean, the pressure that she was under from fame and paparazzis and all of these intrusions on your private life, and I can't really imagine that. And so it was just interesting for me lyrically to put myself in this sort of place. And the sort of the pre-chorus is, I'll take you to a wonderland no one else will understand. Of course, to all young people, being famous and rich seems to be, a wonderful thing until you get there, and then you discover that maybe it's not all you thought it was. Your dreams will come true there, just step up, step up, step up. I mean, that actually took me, I think, longer than the rest of the whole freaking song combined, but it was... I had the melody for that bit. And I just could not get a word. Originally it was come on. Come on, come on, come on. But that didn't really feel lyrically sort of ambitious or inspiring. And also there's a Gary Glitter song called Come On, and I didn't want that sort of association. So I tried lots and lots of things. Eventually came with Settle and Step Up. like step up to the stage or step up, you know, in life. I'm not sure if it's the best solution, but it was a solution, and it's the best one I'd found. And of course, in a song a week, you have to try to balance, you know, your desire for perfection and the need to meet a deadline and finish a song. I think I'm fairly happy with this. I think it's quite ambitious. Obviously, it's not the sort of song that perhaps translates well with just me and my guitar. It would need a full like band, production, strings, everything. But I did stumble on this nice tremolo thing. It's like the Johnny Marr. It's a bit tricky. You have to sort of strum in a sort of contratempo. I don't know if you're sort of strumming against the tremolo, so you sort of have to try and set the tremolo to a speed where you can strum, and you get this sort of nice ripply, shimmery effect. So you've got the tremolo on its own, which is nice. And that was just at the last moment. I was debating whether or not to do the song with an acoustic guitar and electric, and for whatever reason I just decided on the electric, and the tremolo happened to be on. I seem to be favouring tremolo effects. You know, if you've seen these videos, it's purely because the amp has tremolo built in. I've got my pedal board, but it's in its bag, and I'm a bit lazy, and I'd have to take it out, connect it, put the cables in and stuff, and you know, I'm sort of pacing myself basically. So you know, maybe next week I might break out the delay pedal or something. But it seemed to work quite well in this. I think maybe it's not perfectly executed, but I think enough of the idea comes across. So that's about it really. I think other than the middle eight, it goes to an F sharp or a G flat major. Which is quite a nice boost, I think, at that point. So it's a fairly normal pop structure. It's like a verse, chorus, middle eight, chorus, and then the outro. And it'd be interesting if any Billie Eilish fans come along. I mean, obviously, this is if I'm going to put it in a title, probably I might put it as a song reaction to NDA. I can't imagine them enjoying this though. I mean, I guess, you know, the sight of an old guy with a guitar probably isn't what they're expecting or to you know, looking for. So, but it was just something. It inspired me lyrically. These sort of young people in vulnerable situations, and so for that reason I decided to do it. And I'm very happy with the lyrics, and I really would like to maybe do this song in a proper format, because I think it would really grow. And that's about it, I think, for today. That was it. I'm currently listening to a lot of Jackie Wilson, and he never fails to lift my spirits. And I've noticed, in fact, because I've been sort of recommending him to my son every now and again. And the other day, I think I came across my son, and he was on his own. He was listening to the Who song, the Who song by Jackie Wilson. So I'm very happy that spreading good music on to a next generation. That's it from me. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for putting up with me. If you've enjoyed this, then please let me know in the comments. Feel free to check out my other videos. This is week 61. So if you enjoyed this song, feel free to have a look through the rest. Recommend them to your friends. Spread the word. I think the pandemic, I think, has seen an increase in people realizing their creative potential one way or another, and so it's nice to put the focus back on real music created by human beings. Um, so yeah, if you know any human beings, please please share this with them, and hopefully they'll like it. Take care. Bye bye.